Was it difficult? Easy? I hope you would say easy.
Not easy, but yeah, it was okay.
Yeah,
Mm.
but both of you, like as you work with this, I feel like these templates are very useful. The thing is,
Yes.
like, to write a reply, you don't have to look into internet to see what can be the sentence or just translate. Rather, this is very, very nice to really have these templates. And even if you go to your next level, usually what I do is like I never leave the previous book, and you it is always useful whenever you see that there are exercises given in your second level or something. This is like the basic. So there is always a sentence structure. For instance, like, ich muss am Samstag arbeiten, hoffentlich sehen wir uns bald später. So hopefully we'll see us later. So you can add a little more. You don't have to stick on to these, but these are very useful ones. Okay, are the others here as well? Okay, good. And so, okay, Emmy and Sid, who came first? Emmy, would you like to read your reply? Bitte lesen Sie Ihre Antwort.
Hallo Carla, vielen Dank, dass ich mich zur Party einladen habe. Ich wäre Ihnen sehr dankbar, wenn Sie mir das Datum der Partytermin nennen könnten. Kann ich aus etwas für die Party mitbringen? Vielleicht kann ich Kuchen und Salat für die Party mitbringen. Ich freue mich sehr über Ihre freundliche Einladung und freue mich auf die Party. Ich hoffe sehr, eine schöne Zeit mit Ihnen in Ihrer Residenz zu haben. Grüße und bis bald.
Sehr gut. That was like quite long sentences, and it is very nice to listen to it. When you start with, how do you start with, Emmy? Can you read the first sentence again once more?
Vielen Dank, dass ich mich zur Party einladen, eingeladen
Eingeladen habe.
habe.
Sehr gut. Eingeladen habe, which is in the past. Yeah, that is one thing that we will learn. Of course, we have learned a little bit. Ich habe gekauft. Ich kaufe, which means I buy. Ich habe gekauft is it's not bought exactly. I had bought. So that is how it goes. And it is in the past tense. Vielen Dank für Ihre Einladung, or vielen Dank für deine Einladung, when it is like very, very informal. And yeah, when we say about two people calling, then it's usually ihre. If there is only one person calling, then it is deine. Yeah. And then you go on to say about, yeah, is I can come, I cannot come, what should I bring? Und schreib mir bald. Or you can say, like, schreib mir bald is like you say, like, I want to bring something. Vielleicht, maybe, perhaps a cake or a salad. And was denkst du? Like, it's a very, very common question that what do you think? Schreib mir bald, which means like write back to me. So I'm waiting for your reply. So to come to a closure, it is like nice. Und ich, like, versuchen is to also like, I'm looking forward to. Ich versuche eine gute Zeit mit dir haben. Like, I would like to have a good time with you in the party. So very well done, Emmy. It was a very good one. Thank you so much. And Sid, can you read your answer?
Yes, ma'am. Liebe Carla und Alex, danke. Ich war sehr beschäftigt mit der Arbeit und
Mhm,
ich bin froh, dass Sie mich zur Party eingeladen haben.
mhm,
Ich kann kommen, bitte teilen Sie mir Datum und Uhrzeit mit.
mhm.
Ich kann Salat, Wurst und Bier mitbringen. Ich freue mich auf die Feier. Viele Grüße und bis bald.
Sehr gut. That's very nice. Ich bin sehr beschäftigt. Yeah. That's like I'm already occupied. I'm not occupied. All of that. And then you can say like ich bringe etwas mit. Was kann ich mitbringen? You can even ask that question. Kann ich etwas mitbringen? Was kann ich mitbringen? You can add your own. It can be like, you can own it and you can really like write it down. Very good, Sid. It was perfect. Danke sehr. Okay, then we go on to Sai.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Hallo Carla und Alex. Vielen Dank für die Einladung. Ich komme sehr gern in eure Party. Kann ich etwas mitbringen für Kinder und so Süßigkeiten, Ballon?
Mhm.
Viele Grüße und bis bald. Ihr Cycle.
Okay, that is good. But what is that balloon? After that, it was standing alone. The balloon was flying somewhere alone. Why?
I just left it, man. Let it
You just
go.
okay. So let us just come to that sentence. Sai, can you read that sentence? Can we close that sentence with some things? Like you said, kann ich etwas für die Kinder mitbringen? Is that what is the sentence?
Ja,
Okay, and then you're
für
asking,
Kinder und so. Boy,
illa, like tell me, read it, read it. I'm waiting for the next word from you. Süßigkeiten und
Balloon.
There you have to say vielleicht Süßigkeiten und Balloons and then a small exclamatory mark. Vielleicht maybe balloons or like sweets. I can bring something for the children. Yeah, that's a good one, and that is fine. It's good, and even for the house party, you don't have you cannot. Thank you, Sai, for reading it. And for generally for a house party, you don't have to just stick on to just bring something. You can also do something. Möchte ich etwa, for instance, if you want to ask them, should I come a little earlier? Möchte ich früher kommen, die Party zu vorbereiten? Vorbereiten is a word that we learned from Bea, right? Sie muss den Raum vorbereiten. Vorbereiten, I'll just like write it down. It's a nice verb which is very, very often we use it. Vorbereiten. You can even help them. It's not just to bring something, you can even help them. So, to prepare. So, should I come a little earlier to prepare for the party? Or muss ich, später nach den, ich kann auch später nach den Party aufräumen, which is actually one thing people would be really aufräumen of our Royman is to clean up. As you all know, we don't have house help in Germany. Of course, there are people who can help you, which means house help is like a maid or, like we call them like, people who can work after. Like if you take our marriages or housewarming ceremony and everything, not everything we do. Like we have a very important part, we delegate it to the household or the house helper. Like they will take the, like the banana leaf, they will clean up the table, they will mop, sweep, do all that. Where in Germany we don't have anybody like that, right? 90%, 95%, I would say, people never have house maids or anyone. So you have to do, like whoever is holding the party is the one who has to do it. So you can even emotionally, like give your support, moral support that you're going to give them also is a good thing to ask. So if you're going to Germany, if somebody is calling you, it's either to bring something. And in India, like there will be like a people won't say anything. I will wait for you to, like, I will wait a little more time to clean up for you. Nobody has to say, like, we do it all by ourselves. We think it is normal, but in Germany it is not normal. If you're going to work after that, they might have some plans after the party. They are like, very small set of friends who will stay. We never know. So you have to ask them, or you have to just, like, tell them that, I can, like, stay after the party to help you. They would say yes or a no. Nein, nein, das ist nicht möglich. Or egal, no, it's okay, I can do that. When they say it, we cannot stress on that too much. You can just leave that as off, because they will have some other plans also. You need to understand the culture mentality between the Germans and the Indians. It's a very important, because in our place, for instance, if you are going to call for an house warming, then there are people, like, whiling away with us for a long time. Here it's not like that. If it is at 7 o'clock, you need to be there by 7. They will have some small events, like, just cutting off the ribbon. From there to maybe they just give you lights to go inside the house. There are so many ways of inviting you inside the house. So they'll do all those ceremonies, or maybe the traditions that they want to carry on, and then they'll finish off at one point of time. It doesn't go long and long and long like ours. Yeah. So you need to know that, and you can always give them the help that they need. Okay. So next is Juhi. Can you read yours?
Yes, ma'am. Carla und Alex. Vielen Dank für die Einladung. Es tut mir leid, ich kann leider nicht kommen. Ich bin krank, ich habe Fieber und Kopfschmerzen. Keine Sorge, ich habe einen Termin mit Ärzten am Samstag. Hoffentlich sehen wir uns bald. Viel Spaß. Spaß.
Okay, Shbaz, sehr gut. Okay, very good. And one thing is missing in Juhi's. I cannot come. She has said that very clearly, because she is not keeping well and all that. But one thing is missing right here. Can somebody tell me what is missing in this reply? There is some emotional connect which is missing, which means like one person is calling you. So first, either you wish them. Yeah, Juhi, even though you're not going, you have to wish them, saying, "Oh, ich freue mich, dass du hast eine neue Wohnung." Like, I'm very glad that you have a new apartment. Or at the end, you have to really say something like, "I will miss the party. Ich vermisse schon die Party." I already missed the party, as well as done. Maybe you can even give a date, saying like, treffen wir uns nächstes Woche, wenn ich bin gesund. We can meet in the next week, maybe when I'm healthy. So this gives an emotional connect to the person who has already sent you an invitation. It is straightforward. What your answer is, like, 100% right, but we need to really add those one, I would say, a very personal comment or personal connection, because it's a letter. When you see them, yeah, it happens, like you hug them. Oh, I'm so glad that you have a new, like, you go there, you see it, you appreciate it. Now you're saying you're not coming, so schick mir die Fotos an. Anschicken is to send the photos. So kannst du die Fotos anschicken? Can you please send the photos? Ich warte schon. I already wait for it. So, you have to really make it up. And this email is one template for your exam preparation. That is why I'm also really giving a lot of stress, as well as I'm taking quite some time. I'm not moving from this quickly, because there is a lot to learn more than the table that you see in front of you. Yeah. So, Juhi, I would like you to think over it and add one sentence either at the beginning or the end of your letter. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
just do that later, but otherwise, it was fine and fine. Okay, Siddharth, would you like to read, or is it okay, like you want to take your time and read it next time? I'm totally okay with it, because I don't want to push you just like that on this day.
Ma'am, I have written something other
Yeah,
word.
yeah, please,
I don't know
please
whether it's
read it.
correct.
No problem. Please read it.
Hallo Freunde, vielen Dank für die Einladung. Ich komme sehr gern in Ihr Party. Ich werde Wein und Kuchen bringen und für Kinder Schokolade. Ist es okay? Äh, Viel Gruß und bis bald, euer Siddharth.
Yeah, good. Very good. It was very nice. It was very simple sentences, but definitely it was really fine. Don't worry about whether it is wrong or right. It is more about whether you have really, written down what it means. And did you understand the words and everything? Siddharth, whatever you have written, do you know all the meanings of these
Okay.
words?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. That's nice. Very good. Okay, so what we are going to do next is something from Einweihungsparty. Party. Sehen Sie das Bild an? Was ist wo? So now we come to the very important topic in grammar. I think you have only one more topic in grammar which you need to know for your A1, and this is one before that, which is prepositions. What are prepositions? Can somebody tell me what are prepositions?
A word which connects the sentence.
Mhm.
Yeah, like and, but, or.
Come again, Sid.
A word which connects the sentences.
Really?
Mhm.
Connecting sentences are called conjunctions. Like I would say, I am not coming for the party because I have work to do. These are like, I have work to do. I'm not coming for the party. These are two separate sentences where because is a conjunction which joins the group, like the sentence one and sentence two, right? Um, I
Position
Yes,
is
that's
something
right. That's right. It's a possession words, like where any noun
direction,
stays.
time.
Exactly. That is what is prepositions. That's right. So, what are all the prepositions you know?
At,
Okay.
Towards,
with,
With. Okay, that's right.
towards, till,
Towards. That's right.
over,
Over.
onto,
hmm
out of, from, in.
besides.
Besides. Very nice. And the prepositions that you need to know are these prepositions that you just see around the house, right? It is actually just easier when you have an image. So have this image in your, like, your mind. Gehirn is the brain. We call it in English, yeah, auf Deutsch. Gehirn means your mind and your brain. That's what is Gehirn. So you have it in your mind, like, you have to really make a click, like a photograph. It has to always stay with you in your mind. When you think of prepositions, you need to know that there is a house, on top of it is auf, on the left is neben, inside is in. That's why it's a little faded. It is not really like, in is inside the house, un is on the house. So the actually, if you say auf und an, okay, both prepositions means on. The difference being, if you see an und auf, what is the difference you see? Where is auf and where is an? Auf is on the top of the house. An is on the, what is that? An. It is also on. How can you give me a difference when you see this? Any idea? It is just an image of, for instance, I would say, ich wohne an dem Strand, am Strand. If I want to say, Strand means beach. I live on the beach. What does it mean? Do I live in the water? No. On the bank of the beach. Maybe I have a beach house. I live there. Is that it? This is what you want to say. And auf is an image where you can say die Flasche steht auf dem Tisch, which means the bottle is on the table. Yeah. So when you have these things, auf is a vertical
Excuse me.
position. Yeah. Yes, Sid.
You're still sharing the board, not the book.
Which one? Oh,
Uh,
sorry. Just hold on. I think I thought it is. Yeah, sorry. Thank you for bringing it. So when you have this house, you can see that neben is on the left, auf is on the top of the house, and an is on besides the wall, which is also on. Okay, in is in. First, we will come to these four prepositions. Neben is near, auf is on, an is also on, in is in English, in English as well. Yeah. Neben is near, auf is on the top of. This is what is the hidden one. Auf means on the top of. An means on. Exactly, just only on. On. In is in. Zwischen, can you guess what is zwischen? And
between.
between, that's right. And like you are all, you have all muted, but really, like, spell it out, say it out. So it is very, very important for you to know how it sounds. Zwischen, yeah. Über. Über is above. Unter is under, yeah, or below. Vor is in front of. Hinter is at the back of. These are all the prepositions that you need to know. Neben, auf, in, an, zwischen, über, unter, vor, hinter. So über, unter, vor, hinter, they are all things that are completely like, opposites, like front, back, above, below. That is fine. Here it is neben und zwischen is like near and in between. Auf is on the top of, an is just on, in is inside. So now we have to come back to one thing which is called dative. Of course, it is going to be a little, very, very an abstract topic. I am just going to tell you in beginning itself, it's going to be an abstract topic, which means like, yeah, try to understand it in case if you understand very well and good. Otherwise, anyway, we will be doing a lot of things from the book itself that will make you understand. Okay. So we will come back to some things called accusative. We said accusative is verbs which means like, fahren, fliegen, gehen. Yeah, there are verbs which has movement. So the question also goes like, wohin fahren Sie? Wohin gehst du? Or wohin fliegen Sie? Which is very simple to say that there is a dot. Like this is an image that they actually give us, and they say it is like, a dot like this, and there is always an arrow to it, and it is, oops, just hold on. It shows the direction, the movement. This is accusative. We are going to come back to one other thing, and accusative is nothing but the direct objects. The name for direct objects in German is accusative. You can just remember like that for now. And when we come to dative, It is the indirect objects. Like how we really worked so intensely with the accusative to say there are articles for direct object, there are articles for indirect object. Dative verbs, which are they are also called as indirect objects. So now we are not going in detail to the dative verbs, but the only thing what we have to remember is they have articles. Okay, they have different articles. Just like a sibling, they may have come from the same root, but they are different. And here it actually makes it much more easier for you to understand where and what. Okay, masculine article in dative is dame. Feminine article in dative is der. And and the neutrum is again dame, and plural it is denen. We will like not now. This plural, let us just make it wait for some time. So masculine, feminine, neutral, you have dame, der, dame. You can ask me, dame is easy because dem is an article you have never seen before. You have seen der, didas, den, di, das, di in accusative, right? But dative, masculine and neutrum, you have a very different article, dame. So when you ask me, oh my goodness, see, look here, meine Güte, femininum is der, which is actually a masculine for nominative as well. So you can ask me, how do I find it? It is only with the prepositions you will find out the article for dative. So one thing what you need to know is, if I'm going to tell you, we are going to do dative now, okay? So wo is the question, where? And the image that they give us for dative is static one. So accusative is dynamic, dative is static, which means the person right here, actually if you see that, actually this arrow mark should go and touch the person. That dot is a person who moves. That's what is the arrow mark really denotes us. But here in dative, the person is still. He doesn't move. That is what is dative. So the whole idea of accusative and dative, I don't want to bring this word again and again and again. But the only thing is like you need to know is dative means static, accusative is dynamic. You understand the word, the difference between static and dynamic, right? Static means it stays in a position. I'm going to tell you, my pen is on the table. It is static, it doesn't move. And I would say the tissue is on my keyboard. The tissue paper is on my keyboard. It is static. My mobile is on my dining table. It is static. Where is the mobile? The mobile is on the table. Where is the tissue paper? The tissue paper is on the keyboard. Where are the pictures? The pictures are hanging on the wall. So there is no movement. And this question, wohnen Sie? You already know some questions with wo, right? Wo bleiben Sie or wohnen Sie are all questions which means that you are staying inside a place. Ich wohne in der, for instance, in Nordbahnhofstraße 89, Stuttgart. So that's where I live. Living is something that it is static, usually. So this is one of the topics that we are going to look in detail. You just need to know dative means static. Yeah, with this knowledge, I just wanted you to come back to your book to say, okay, Kühlschrank means the refrigerator. Wo ist der Kühlschrank? Where is the fridge? Der Kühlschrank steht in dem Flur. Flur is the hallway. Yeah. And it is in the hallway. It is usually in English, we say it's on the hallway. But in Deutsch, we do say it is in the hallway. Yeah. And when we say das Bad, the bathroom, okay, wo ist, for instance, when we have to say wo ist der Waschbecken, wash basin, der Waschbecken ist in dem Bad. Bad is a bathroom. So in the bathroom. Die Küche. Wo ist, wo ist der Kaffeemaschine? Die Kaffeemaschine. Then you can say die Kaffeemaschine steht in der Küche, because masculinum and neutral you have dem, femininum you have die. Ich wohne in der Straße. Till now, I wouldn't have given you this piece of information about Ich wohne in die Straße. When you said that, I wouldn't open my mouth. But from now on, when you want to say something static, there are verbs. It's very, very easy to find out dative from accusative, because accusative verbs are plenty. Dative verbs are very, very few in numbers. Bleiben, wohnen, leben. These are all the verbs. Stehen is to still, stand still. So that is what is the difference. Wo sind die Gäste? The last one, if you see, yeah, leave the plural for now. I don't want you to really, like, break your head with the plural. So I would like you to look at the picture. Wo steht was? Which means where does each one stay? Okay. I'm going to give you the question and the objects that you need to find out. Okay, I'm going to give you 5 objects that you need to tell me where it stays. Okay, the lamp, you have to find out the gender of the nouns that I'm calling out. Write down the words right now, after which I'll tell you what your task is. Lamp, TV, computer, then the bottle, and books. And one more, the picture. The picture means the frame, which is right here with the face, the frame or the picture. These are the things that I want you to find out. So let us come back to the whiteboard to just say, my question is, wo steht, wo steht. This you can, wo steht die Lampe, for instance, die Lampe. I'm just going to give you one example. I want you to do the rest just like that. Die Lampe. So, wo steht die Lampe? Die Lampe, die Lampe steht auf dem Boden. Boden means the wooden floor is Boden. Okay, auf dem Boden, because it's der Boden, so it's dem Boden. So like this, I want you to look at all the nouns that I have given you. You have 5 more nouns. First, find out the article for the noun. If you know it already, fine. Otherwise, find out the article for the noun and see which prepositions you will use And the table is as simple as this. If the, okay, we have done that, right? For instance, if it is a masculine and you want to use auf, it is auf dem. Oops. If it is a feminine, the noun is feminine. And then if you want to use un, for instance, on, then it is an der. And if it is neutral, then it would be, and if you want to use the preposition über, mm, über, yeah, über, then it's über dem, and so on. Whichever the noun you choose, you have to write it down. Is this clear or is there any questions? This is your sample question and sample answer. I
Ma'am,
want you, yes, yes, Atul.
in the dative verbs, you didn't give me a for the plural. What we need to write the plural. So if we are writing about the books,
Yeah, leave that books and just take it as a book. Das Buch.
okay.
Okay? Yeah. Thank you for bringing that. I don't want you, it's not about plural. If you bring that plural, it is always a little. First, let us just get comfortable with the masculine, feminine, and neutral, and then we will go on to that. So you have 5 minutes time. Look at the sentence, write each sentence, like find out the art, like sorry, find out the gender for the nouns, and then try to think of the prepositions. And please ask me if you want to say neben. What is neben? I forgot. Neben is near. Zwischen is between. So we will come back. You can ask your questions right away, but just try to write 5 sentences with the nouns that I have given you, as well as I would like you to use the prepositions that you see in that house, and then find out the article for dative. Everything is dative. So you have a sample sentence. So, shall we just see what are all the sentences that you have already? Shall I just take this off completely? Can I clear all my drawings? Sorry, the writings?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe. Mhm. Okay. Second, my phone is here. One second. Yeah. So, the first one, what is the noun? So, we'll just write down the question first. Wo steht? Wo steht? Something.
TV, lamp,
TV. Okay, TV. What is TV? What is the gender of TV and how is it called in German?
just TV. Ella?
Dear fiancé,
Yeah, der Fern.
Ma'am, but they are
Yeah,
also showing us TV, same as TV.
yeah. It is sometimes used. Okay, it's sometimes okay to use TV, but usually we say der Fernseher. Yeah, der Fernseher,
Ma'am,
and
what's the gender of TV at that time? If you are using TV, the same as TV, then what's the gender?
it should be der only.
There
Sometimes they
only.
use
Okay.
das also because it's an international word, but usually it's der TV. Yeah, der Fernseher. So how should we write der Fernseher? Because it's a subject. Subject means nominative, and the articles are der, die, das. So it doesn't change. Der Fernseher steht. And then what have you written?
And dem Tisch.
Where's the T? Okay. Un.
Dem Tisch.
You have written an dem Tisch.
Yeah.
Any other answers from others? Any other answer?
auf dem Tisch.
Yes, that's right. Auf dem Tisch. You know why? Because whenever you need to have this picture right here. Auf is a an object. For instance, if you have some object right here, this is auf, which has a vertical position of anything. Like it stays on the table. On the top of the table is the TV is on the top of the table, right? When you have the picture that you need to, or the image that you need to have is exactly something like this. It still touches, but in in a horizontal way. Yeah. For instance, if I say it is on the top of something and it is in the vertical position, the bottle stays on the top of the table, it is auf. If it is actually, um, on the floor and it is falling down, then I would say un. You will get this little better when you start learning dative in detail. But for your A1, what you need is, if I'm going to use on the top of something, then auf is what you need to use. And if it is on, just on, then you can use on the top of something. And here, this is just on. And it has to be in horizontal position. This is what is the understanding that you can have for now, but it will change when you come to A2, then it will definitely change. I'm telling you right away. But this is what it is. Yeah. So you need to know this. Wo steht der Fernseher? Der Fernseher steht auf dem Tisch. Okay. The next noun. What is the next noun? Can somebody tell me? Is that the computer? Second one.
Yeah, yeah, computer.
Sai, can you come again? I didn't hear you clearly.
Computer man.
Their computer. Okay. Their computer, because their computer is the subject of the sentence. It is nominative. Subject means nominative, and we have articles der, die, das. Yeah, their computer steht. Now, somebody answer, how should I finish this sentence?
Same as the above, ma'am.
Huh?
TV and computer. Same as the above of them
Yeah,
fish.
that's right. Auf dem. For instance, you can even add a little bit more to say auf dem Schreibtisch. Oops. And the thing is, Tisch here is, we need to write that down so that it is clear. It is masculinum in gender. Schreibtisch also is masculinum in gender. That's why it is auf dem Tisch, auf dem Schreibtisch, and so on. Okay, the third noun. What is the third noun?
Bottle.
I have doubt.
Yeah,
Yeah, uh, how to say what if the computer is next to the something is next to the table or
neben dem Tisch. For instance, next to the book. For instance, okay, there are so many books and it is next to the regal, maybe the cupboard, or the open cupboard, or the shelf, if you want to say. Okay, then you should say, der Computer steht neben dem Tisch, or sorry, neben dem Regal. Regal is das Regal. So you can write it down. If the computer is near to the cupboard or the shelf, we can call it, then we can say, der Computer steht neben dem Regal, weil Regal Neutrum ist. Dem, der, dem. So Neutrum also, it is dem Regal, or neben dem Tisch. Both are the same. Masculinum and neutrum are the same. So is your doubt clear, Sid?
yes,
Okay,
thanks.
no problem. So then the next one, can
Ma'am,
someone tell me the whole sentence? Yeah,
in dem Kuche is also possible, no?
come again.
Dear, no, bottle.
The bottle. Okay, tell me the whole sentence. Sai.
Die Pulle steht in der Küche.
Wait. Der,
Suppose
what is it?
die Pulle is that
Is that bottle?
ULLE.
Die Puller. Die Puller is
Flasche.
a flasher. Die Flasche. Puller is something like, it's also something regarding to tea, like something about the glass bottle, but I will get back to you on that. Die Flasche steht. What is your answer? Where is the bottle? Yeah. If you want to say India Kush,
In dem
where is
Kühlschrank.
it?
In
Okay.
dem Kühlschrank.
Okay. There are like so many bottles. Okay. Let us just come back to this picture right now. So to see. So there are bottles in the kitchen. Can you see the bottles inside the kitchen? That's the kitchen. Okay. There are bottles on the stool or the kofa, we call it. Not the stool in English. It's not Stuhl. Stuhl means chair in German. The one which is near the computer is ein der Stuhl. Das ist ein Stuhl, which means a chair. But here, this is an kofa. Kofa is a small, maybe like, these small tables. We use it for like a side table, we can call it as well. Yeah. That, or we can even call it as, Schlaftisch, or Nachtisch. Nachtisch is the night table, the side stand, and there is a bottle on top of the refrigerator. So let us just come back to all the three. The first thing what you know is die Flasche, means the bottle. Die Flasche steht in der Küche. Exactly what I said is completely right. In der Küche, in the kitchen. Very good. Koffer, what's an Koffer? And Koffer is der Koffer. Then you can say auf dem Koffer. Or you can say die Flasche steht auf dem Kühlschrank. Der Kühlschrank. So auf dem Kühlschrank. Is that clear for everyone? So there are 3 bottles right there. Yeah. So that is what it is. And what was the next one? Was it the, what is that a book?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah. Somebody, can you let me know
Picture.
the whole picture, or is the picture or the book? Which one is that? The next.
This is the last one.
Okay. Steht. So I can write auf dem Kühlschrank or I can say in der Küche. It depends because like where you see the bottle is what you will write. So in der Küche and so on. Okay. So the next is books. Book, for instance. Okay. For if you want to see, I would say the books. If I want to say that, okay, das Buch is Einzel, which is Singular. Das Buch, oder you can, because it's really, you know, it's a plural in the subject and it's the subject. Die Bücher, anything. Das Buch or die Bücher steht. I want this part. This is what I'm looking out for. I'm not really concerned about the subject at all right here. It can be das Buch or die Bücher. It is up to you. Steht. Can someone tell me what? How do I finish the sentence?
In the struggle,
In. Come
just
again. Come
in
again.
in the struggle.
It's das Regal. So what will happen when you actually want to say it's in the shelf? Okay, it is in the shelf is what you want to write. So how will you write in regal? Regal is which? What is the gender of regal?
This is the ma'am.
Das Regal. So what will happen in dative? Das Regal will change into. That's right. So if you come here, state, and you want to write regal. Is that what it is, Atul? Right?
Yeah, ma'am.
When, yeah, das Regal, which will change. See here, dem Regal. Tish is
Ma'am,
masculine.
I will come, ma'am. I have some problem.
Yeah. So das Buch steht in dem Regal. Or I can also say any other answers, varied answers you have. If I want to say just above the computer, how will you say it?
Über dem Computer.
That's right. Über dem Computer. Klasse, sei. Very good. Das Buch steht über dem Computer. Der Fernseher steht auf dem Tisch. Der Computer steht steht auf dem Schreibtisch. Die Flasche steht auf dem Kühlschrank. Die Flasche steht in der Küche and so on und so weiter. Das Buch steht in dem Regal oder das Buch oder die Bücher steht über dem Computer. Sehr gut. The last one. Juhi or Emmy, would you like to try that? Because I didn't hear your voice for a long time.
Das Foto steht an der Wand.
Das Foto, or how do you say? Das. Anyone else has another word for photo?
Build.
Very good. Das Bild steht. Okay, now tell me, Emmy, how did you finish the sentence? Das Foto steht
an der Wand.
an der Wand. Perfect. Das Foto oder das Bild steht an der Wand, which means it's not on top of it, it is just on the wall. This is the difference that you need to remember when I say auf. The picture is a table. On the top, you have a bottle which is standing on top of the table. When I say on, then you have to have a frame or a build in German that is on the wall. Yeah, it is horizontal to the position. Yeah, it's like this, two parallel lines, but the other one is a perpendicular one. That is what I wanted to bring right here. So if you see, the position of the object is exactly like here when it is auf, and it is exactly with a small, maybe like, a small nail or something. You have to, so wait, it is exactly like this. It has a contact, of course, with something else, but definitely it has two this thing, and with a small, maybe a contact, where I would say maybe with a nail, or there is a nail which actually connects this. So this is un and that's auf. Yeah, this is a clarity that you need to have. Next class as well, we will be working with this. I'm quite happy that we could actually come to this during like the time when we are already writing sentences. Usually in the other books, they actually bring this preposition so before that the students never get to understand what is this, the logistic of when it has to come. The position words in this book is like like absolutely the right thing. So now you already know making sentences. Now you have to just say. Till now you will be saying der Fernseher steht auf der Tisch, which is der Tisch, which means der Tisch in subject form. You now have an understanding. Der Fernseher is the subject. Tisch is the indirect object. Where does it stay? Like an object, whatever, indirect, direct. But when it comes to this question, finally, yeah, wo, which is a very clearly a dative question, then you need to know that it is static, and this is how we write dative. Yeah, so we will further explore more about dative. I want to stop right here, come back, and just, I want you to just do one thing. I want you to, okay, oh, you can't hear. Um, just hold on.
Aufgabe
Okay, I can't really send you the hidden. Okay. So I would like you to work on this prepositions a bit. And I would like you to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 prepositions are there. Okay. Take an object, take a subject. For instance, if I want to say, der Hund steht vor dem Haus. The dog is staying in front of the house. So take a subject, take a object, and see and use the prepositions in all the 9 prepositions, each one in one sentence. Yeah, I would say, I can say, der Kuli, the pen. Okay, der Kuli steht auf dem Kühlschrank. It is just like the pen is on the fridge, which is in the pen stand, for instance. Then I would say, der Kuli steht in something, like in the stand, or in the, like, in box or anything. Take a subject, take an object, join the sentence, the subject and the object, with a preposition. This is what will be your work, and you will be reading this for me on Wednesday evening. Yeah, Everyone will read all the 9 sentences. Please mark it very important. So don't leave this, and in the evening or maybe tomorrow, please look at this page, especially of sight annoyances, and work on it. It's going to be very, very important one for you to go further. Ja? So, das ist alles von mir und haben Sie Fragen? Any questions? If no, then you can say bye, choose,
Yes,
or
ma'am.
done. Choose.
Choose ma'am.
Yes,
Choose
Choose
ma'am.
me.
Remy. Choose Sai.
Yes, ma'am.
Choose Juhi.
Choose me. See you.
Choose Sid. Bye.